Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Focus of the Day session of ANALYST IAS. In this particular session, we will discuss about the topic abortion law in India. We will discuss this particular news in the following sequence. First, why it is in news, followed by about the issue, followed by prelims practice question, followed by mains practice question. But before we start our discussion, I want you all to be informed about Public Administration, Polity and IR and Ethics classes of Analyst IAS, which has already started from 26th of September. And along with all these classes, we are also holding classes for current affairs. So you can inquire about any of the following course on the given number. And you can also visit our official address, that is in Old Rajinder Nagar Market. So now let's move on to our topic and see why it is in news. The Medical Termination of Pregnancy MTP Act, as held by the Supreme Court, grants all women the right to safe and legal abortion up until 24 weeks of pregnancy, regardless of their marital status. So this particular news brings Medical Termination of Pregnancy MTP Act and abortion law in India into limelight. So we will discuss about the case, why this news is in news. A woman who wished to terminate her 24-week pregnancy after her relationship broke down and her partner left her was being heard by a bench chaired by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Her request for safe abortion was denied by the lower court due to its unduly restrictive view, which held that the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act did not apply in her condition. This was because the pregnancy resulted from a consenting relationship that did not end in marriage. So, the Supreme Court held that the word spouse had been changed to partner in the Act's 2021 amendment, making it very obvious that the law included unmarried women under its purview. The court reiterated the live-in recognition and the bench reprimanded the lower court, stating that the Supreme Court had already recognized live-in relationships. And there was a significant number of people in social mainstream who see no wrong in engaging in premarital sex. The law could not be used to quench notions of social morality and unduly interfere in their personal autonomy and bodily integrity. So, this particular news makes India's abortion law into limelight. Now let's discuss about its background and history. Until 1960, the abortion was illegal in India and a woman could face 3 years of imprisonment and fine under section 312 of IPC. It was in mid-1960s that the government set up the Shantilal Shah Committee and asked the group headed by Dr. Shantilal Shah to look into the matter of abortions and decide if India needed a law for the same. Based on the report of Shantilal Shah Committee, a medical termination bill was introduced in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and it was passed in Parliament in August 1971 and it came in force in 1972. So this was about a brief history of this particular act. Now let's see what is the MTP Act 1971 and what are the amendments made in 2021. We will discuss the key difference between these two acts. The contraceptive failures in MTP Act 1971 only applies to married women. But in 2021, it was amended and it is now applicable on unmarried women also. The gestational period age limit is 20 weeks in 1971 Act, which was increased to 24 weeks for rape survivor and beyond 24 weeks for substantial fetal abnormalities. The medical practitioner opinion required before termination was 12 weeks from one recognized medical practitioner in 1971 Act, while it is until 20 weeks in 2021 Amendment Act. And 2 registered medical practitioner till 20 weeks is required in 1971 Act, while it is increased to 24 weeks in the amendment. And medical board approval was introduced in this 2021 amendment, where after 24 weeks of pregnancy can be terminated only by their approval. Now, breach of women's confidentiality was fined up to rupees 1000 in 1971 Act, whereas it was increased, and also an imprisonment of 1 year was introduced in 2021 amendment. So these were the key differences between these two acts. Now let's discuss about the ethics of abortion. How the ethical issue with the women is related, the fetus is related, and family and society is related. With regard to women, both physical and mental health get impacted because of the unwanted pregnancy. No woman who voluntarily choose to get pregnant is likely to seek abortion unless there are some serious compelling circumstances. So it's related to the rights and freedom. And with regard to the bodily autonomy, apart from losing reproductive choices, restriction on abortion might lead to illegal and unsafe abortion. Thus, this particular thing goes against the right to privacy, which was reiterated in Puttaswamy versus Union of India judgment. With regard to the ethical issue concerned with family, the husband and in-laws choices is most important, as both the parent conceive a child and abortion might have choices of both the parents involved. And conservative versus the liberal values followed in a family have differing opinion regarding the abortion. With regard to the ethical issues related to fetus, abortion amounts to murder of a living being. So it is against the right to life. And it is a unique unspoken bond shared between the two lives, which cannot be questioned or regulated by the laws. So getting a motherly care is a right to fetus. With regard to the society, valuing life state that state has a responsibility of valuing each life. Abortion should not become a mechanism of social control for avoiding the appearance of differences and disabilities. So it is with regard to the inclusion of all. And many times parents want abortion to be able to give a good life to existing children instead of dividing their meager resources into more children. So these were concerns with regard to the society, family, fetus, and women. You can use this particular example in your ethics answer. Now let's move on toward this particular thing, that how restrictive are abortion laws. In India, abortion is legal till 24 weeks, and you can see in this particular image that how restrictive in various other countries these laws are. Now let's move on to our prelims practice question, which says, consider the following statement regarding MTP Act. First statement is, the MTP Act was first enacted in 1971 and has not been amended since then. The second statement is, it makes medical termination of pregnancy legal in India under specific condition. The third statement is, the MTP Act recognizes abortion as a choice of the women. So you have to select the correct option, correct statement, and please give your answer in comment box. I will answer this particular question in my next video. Now let's discuss about yesterday's question. Which one of the following statement regarding the Attorney General of India is correct? So the correct answer for this particular question is answer D, which says he enjoys all the privileges and immunities that are available to a member of parliament. Now we will discuss our mains practice question. The question is, do you think India should legalize abortion in India? Critically comment. You have to answer this particular question in 250 words and send us your answer on WhatsApp to get it reviewed. So, this is all for today. Stay tuned and stay updated with Analyst IAS. Thank you.